Okay, it's Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. I'm going to do one cast this evening. It is the 6th of January. Today is Sunday. And they've been running 4 units of water full since yesterday at noon. And fishing has got tough. I'm going to try throwing an 1/8 ounce sculpin and ginger jig with 4-pound line. As you can see, I've kind of backed myself up to this inside bank where the water is a lot slower. And I'm going to fish out towards the middle. And it is pretty quick. In fact, I need to move the boat down a little bit in the current. Okay, it's close to the bottom now. Some guys out drifting. You can see how fast that boat's going. I'm trying to get over on the slow side. Water is a little bit easier to work the jig in slower water. I can see a lot of midges on the surface, but nothing is coming up. And of course the theory is the fish are going to be on the slower side and they're going to be over in the eddies against the bank and they're going to be on the bottom. There was I think that was a bump right there at the boat. Now you can kind of see how much faster the water is. Seeing those boats, that boat goes by, and I'm in the slower water. Dwayne and I got out a little bit this afternoon. We went down, fished a few banks. No, actually we went to Fall Creek and we fished the inside bank down to Trout Hollow and fished a little bit below, across from Trout Hollow, throwing jigs. We threw black, white and gray, sculpin and ginger. We caught a few fish down closer to Short Creek. Rainbows. It is slow. Then we went down and tried down my Monkey Island and then went on down to the landing and actually caught a few crappie at the landing, but it was slow down there. Caught 2 or 3 trout too. Caught a bass. But Table Rock or Beaver, you know, it's up about 1.5 feet above Power Pool. Table Rock is about the same. Both lakes were jumping up pretty fast after the rain that we got. And that's why they're running this water, is they're wanting to keep the lake levels down around Power Pool. They don't want them to get out of hand, I guess. I gotta kind of watch what I'm doing here. I don't want to drift into the bank. I suspect that this will run for another couple of days and then they'll slow it down. That's my guess. The fishing for the Boswell guys yesterday was tough, but we saw quite a few fish come in. Most of them were caught before they turned the second and third turbine on though, which they did at noon. They were running 2 units yesterday morning and they did pretty good. Better than they'd done Thursday and Friday, most of them had said. Dwayne had a trip this morning. They threw jerk baits up in the trophy area. Dwayne caught this 23-inch brown. He said he hooked it just above the narrows. They saw several other big fish, and he said he had 2 or 3 in the 18-inch range, both rainbow and brown. But he said it was tough fishing. He thought it was tough, so they boated about 15 trout. Trying to keep the jig on the bottom. These fish are not up in the current. Like I said, the current is going to be slower on the bottom, and that's where those fish are probably hanging. But they're still not, even if you can get down there, they just seem like they're just not wanting to eat right now. I'm working the jig pretty slow. I want to keep it down close to the bottom. And I just sent some guys out, and you know, when I was out fishing with Dwayne, when we're out fishing, I lost 4 jigs and Dwayne lost 2. So, you know, you got to be close to the bottom. You got to be fishing the banks where there's wood. There's lots of snags. So if you're not losing jigs in this kind of water, if you're fishing jigs, or if you're fishing bait, if you're not fishing on the bottom, you're not losing rigs, you're probably not catching fish. And I'm going to try something. I'm going to try throwing down below a little bit, even closer to the bank than I have been. See if they're even in slower water. Oh, there's a log right there. This is not what I normally do. Oh, that was the bottom probably. I usually put the nose of the boat upstream and fish, controlling the boat that way. And I'm approaching my dock, so I'm going to have to flip the boat here in just a second, turn it around. And that's going to be the end of one cast for today. Let's see if I can catch one real quick. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. These fish have got to eat sometime. And it's probably going to be tomorrow. I don't know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.